Dude, you guys have no idea what has been happening today, alright? I'm gonna explain it to you. So, you guys watch my YouTube videos every single day, correct? But you don't see the process in which I make the videos, and for whatever reason, this Monday, March 10th, 2015, I just cannot record a video for the life of me. I cannot talk, I keep screwing up. I have tried to record this video 3 or 4 different times, and I've absolutely hated it, and I'm finally redoing it again. So basically what I want to do is I want to throw out the game plan I had for recording this video and just talk to you guys, because this past weekend was really important to me, and I just want to explain what happened, what went down, and what it means. So if you guys didn't know, we were at the North American Regional Qualifiers for Call of Duty Championships, which is going down at the end of the month. We were competing for $1 million, but we still had to qualify to get to the tournament. I've been to every single $1 million tournament that Activision has ever hosted, and I've always placed within the top 3. I won the first one, I got 3rd at the next 2. This is going to be the 4th one that I'm competing in, so I really want to qualify again so I can kind of continue that legacy that I've been trying to create. And so honestly guys, we didn't really have any worry that we weren't going to qualify. We are a very talented team. We've been doing very, very well throughout the entire year, and we only had to win 2 matches to qualify. We still had to play in the rest of the tournament to determine seeding for Call of Duty Championships, which is really important. I'm going to get to that in a second, but to qualify, we only had to win 2 matches. Our first match was against a great team from Mexico. Really great bunch of guys. They were really nice. We got to talk to them before the match actually started, but we ended up winning that match 3-0, and that one was something that we expected to do. We were just happy that we finally did it. So then we were in our second match, we were facing off against a pretty good North American team. A lot of them have placed pro in the past. They just been trying to get back into the groove of things in the competitive community. And so we knew that if we won that match, we officially qualified for Call of Duty Championship, and we didn't have to worry about that stress anymore and that worry of and that uncertainty of not going. So we went full speed ahead 100%. We ended up beating them 3-0, and boom, we officially qualified. But here's where things get a little complicated. So the reason why North American teams were trying to win this event was because if you get one of the first 2 seeds out of the regional qualifiers, that means you will not have to play a North American team in your first couple matches at Call of Duty Championships. And you're probably wondering, why is that a good thing? And I'll tell you, it's because a lot of the bulk of our competition is coming from North America. I'm not taking anything away from any of the international teams that are competing. They're a part of this community. They've been doing it for a long time, and I'm friends with a lot of them. It's just in the past, at Call of Duty Championships, a lot of the teams that have placed in the money have been directly from North America. I have personally lost to a couple European teams a few times in my career, so I know that they are great teams, but you really wanted to have a first or second seed so you didn't have to worry about playing any other squads from North America, and that was our goal. Going into Saturday, we were playing Winners Round 3, our match against TK. It was highly anticipated, a really big rematch, because at the past event, the Season 1 MLG playoffs, we played them in the Winners Bracket Finals, and we ended up beating them 3-2, but the match was ridiculously close. It came down to a 5-5 Search and Destroy map 5, and so we ended up beating them, and so we were playing them again, and we knew that they were going to be coming out hot, trying to get some redemption from that past tournament. We ended up beating them 3-0. So for us, that was really big, because we knew that they were our biggest competition at the last event, and the fact that we beat them 3-0 is a really good sign for the rest of the tournament. Moving on forward, we ended up playing Team Envious, which has been a huge rivalry for us, OpTic Gaming, these past couple years, and to be honest with you, it's probably one of the best series that I've played in Advanced Warfare throughout this entire season. I honestly did not feel like I was missing any shots. My decision making was crisp, and it allowed our team to move on and end up winning that match 3-0. Now, this for us was huge. Like, throughout the entire tournament in 4 matches, we hadn't dropped a map. So that means we were going into Winners Bracket Finals on Sunday to face off against FaZe Red. You guys know, if you've been on Twitter, that I've been going back and forth with Aches. The huge rivalry there, we've always had one, and so they were trying their best to beat us because they took us out at the first event at MLG Columbus in 2 best-of-5s in the grand finals. They ended up beating us, so I had something to prove that we could beat them, and we ended up doing that. Unfortunately, we did lose our only map of the tournament. It was against them in the hard point, but after that, we won 3 straight maps. We beat them 3-1, moved on to the grand finals. We ended up facing off against Denial, ended up beating them 3-0 once again, just like we did at Season 1 playoffs, but all the matches were really close. So what we're going to do after winning this tournament, hooray, we did it. We won our 3rd event in a row, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but I just want to talk about that match specifically. All the games that we played were really close. They were too close for comfort, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do for the next 3 weeks is kind of tune up our game, make sure the small mistakes that we are making don't happen again while we're at Call of Duty Championships, because honestly, even though we won the event and we only dropped 1 map, I don't think we really played that well. We were kind of mediocre, but that's besides the fact. Let's celebrate Green Wall, another championship. For me, I've never won an event back-to-back, and we did that at Season 1 playoffs in UMG Orlando. So to make this back-to-back-to-back, for me, the three-peat is absolutely ridiculous. I've never done that before. I'm so happy that I could finally bring some championships home for the Green Wall consistently, and it has really been such a humbling experience to be able to play in front of all of you guys and all the support that you guys have been showing our team this past year. It's ridiculous, and it's absolutely crazy, and it's still hitting me that we've won 3 events in a row. But honestly, this past weekend, I did not realize how good my teammates were until this weekend. For whatever reason, I knew that they were great, but just the things that they do and the things that they pull off is just mind-boggling, and I'm so grateful to be teaming with these group of guys, and I couldn't have it any other way. Scump went off, Formal went off, Crim6 was clutch. It just, everything worked out in our favor, and we ended up winning the event. So honestly, this weekend was fantastic, and I cannot believe that we've had this much success so far. I really want to win Call of Duty championships. I want to bring home that trophy and those championship rings for you guys, the $100,000, everything that comes with it. But honestly, I'm just so grateful that I'm a part of this team, and I'm so thankful that I get to play for the Green Wall and just represent you guys at every single tournament, and we're finally winning events. And honestly, guys, I've been competing for 8 years, and so to finally get to a point where I'm winning events consistently, it really has brought back the fire and the love for competition that I felt like I had lost in the last couple years. Now, you guys are probably wondering, like, how does that make sense? What does that even mean? Like, you would think that if you're losing consistently, you would want to win the most. But honestly, it got to the point where I was talking about retirement so much. It's because I was just so frustrated with losing and then dealing with the repercussions of losing. You know, like, the support that you guys show us every single day is absolutely phenomenal, dude. It's insane. But when we were losing, the hate was very strong also, and a lot of people didn't see that. So, like, as we started to lose more and more, and we weren't consistently winning events, just the comments and the feedback from everybody, it honestly made me dread competing at events, because I had no confidence going into those tournaments. I really had no idea if we were going to win the event, so I just knew what was going to happen if we lost. Like, it's really hard to win a Call of Duty tournament. You know, a lot of people will sit back and tell you that you need to win, you need to play better, you need to make smarter decisions. Like, why are you guys letting these people beat you? But until you guys are playing Call of Duty competitively, until you're playing against the best teams in the world on the highest platform, you guys will never understand, like, how hard it actually is to win a Call of Duty event. And so, honestly, winning these past couple tournaments has really brought back that love for competition, and it made me remember why I started doing this in the first place, to get that feeling of success and working so hard towards a goal and achieving it. And it's just been such an amazing experience for me, and I'm so glad that we can make you guys proud. I want to thank you guys all for the support. We're going to practice hard for these next couple weeks to try and win this Call of Duty championships for you guys. But regardless of that, thank you guys so much for supporting the team. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys got something out of this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. YouTube, we'll see you fudging later. Goodbye.